Woodsy Summercraft here. Today I'm going to be turning a fountain pen. I've got this kit from Lee Valley. It's the El Grande fountain pen. It's the gold kit, and for me to do that I had to purchase a few other pieces. This was the mandrel for that, with the bushings that I need, and also a couple of drill bits. And that's it's a 31 64th drill bit and a 33 64th drill bit, and they're brad point bits, which are much better than your regular drill bits. They don't do the big tear out on their way out of the wood or whatever it is that you're drilling into. Well, I'm not going to be drilling into wood. Today I'm going to be drilling into this, which is water buffalo horn from India. I have a supplier in India that has these blanks, and I had some sent over recently. There's a couple in my website. If you look in the description below, you'll see them there. So I thought I would give this a try for myself. Okay, so the first drill bit that I'm using is a 31 64s, which is the smaller of the two drill bits. It does not give me a lot of leeway. If this decides to blow up, it's going to blow up. I've got my face shield on. I don't know how this is going to drill. I've heard that heat will cause it to crack, so I'm going to drill slow and a small bit at a time and hope for the best. So let's see how it goes. At this point I can tell you one thing about drilling this is it stinks. It's kind of like burning hair. The fibers that are coming off are very, very fine, and they smell like burnt hair. That's probably the best description I can give you. It is drilling okay. It's very hard, but I think it's going to be alright. So I shall continue. Here I do a lot of stop starting to remove the fibers and to prevent it from heating up too much. And I use the vacuum cleaner to remove the dust and also try to get some of that smell away, because it does actually smell quite bad. And that seemed to do a good job. I almost wish that I'd saved the shavings to cast. Maybe on the next one I will. Here I have to raise the bed of the drill press because it doesn't get down to the bottom of the blank, and that will come back to haunt me. As you can see, the blank is actually moving in the vise. So maybe this is not best method. Okay, so now I have the 33 64th drill bit, the brad point bit, and I'm going to drill this half of the blank out. If I'm going to have problems, it's going to be now, because this is not giving me much material left of this blank. I would suggest in the future, making a fountain pen, you use bigger blanks. So anyway, we're going to go for it. We're going to try it. I noticed with the previous one that I drilled, I don't know if you can see this. There's my hole through. It's not perfectly square through the blank, but I think it will be okay. There's a couple of cracks on this one end, but I think I will lose them when I cut a piece off, because this is much longer than the actual brass tube. So let's get this other one drilled out. Okay, so here I'm using the same method as I was using before, as it seemed to work, but this is a bigger drill bit. Taking up those shavings as I go, drilling a small amount at a time. I noticed that the previous blank did heat up quite significantly, so I have to be careful of that. Now I've raised it up and I've just changed the angle. You can see the tip of the brad point drill bit there, and I'm raising up a little bit more and drilling. there it is. And that is what I was afraid of. And there is one failed attempt at drilling out a pen on a drill press. I posted it on Facebook the other day, and somebody mentioned, why don't you use your lathe? Well, that's a really good question. I don't know why I didn't use my lathe. So just to demonstrate quickly in this video, I'm just going to show you. I've got a set of pin jaws here, and I have a Jacob's chuck which I can put my drill into, and voila, perfect. That's what I'm going to do. So an upcoming video will be making a pen, a fountain pen, with another one of these blanks, which I have right here. I'm going to cut this in half and drill this out using my lathe with my pin jaws, my Jacob's chuck, and the same brad point drill bits that did this. Now I know why this happened. This happened because my drill press only has about a 2-inch travel. So I had to raise my bed up and drill, raise my bed up and drill. And what happened was the shavings got bound up inside of here, and that's what caused the wall to bust out. So, and as you saw, the vise that the piece was in was vibrating. So yeah, it didn't stand a chance. So I'm hoping that this method will work much better. So also I want to bring you in for a closer look at my system here. Okay, so one of the biggest problems in the workshop is trying to find things. So if you're like me, you want to find things and you get frustrated trying to find stuff when you haven't got a place to put it. Get yourself some containers to organize stuff in. Now in here I have my original pen mandrel for doing slimlines. I now have my fountain pen mandrel with my the bushings for the bigger brass tubes, and the drill bits are all in here, the 7mm brad point and the 33/64 and the 31/64, and then I have some components for making keychains and slimline pens, and the inks for the fountain pens are in here, and just all the parts for making pens and keychains basically. You know, the brass, I have extra brass sleeves in here as well somewhere, right here. Extra brass sleeves. So get yourself organized. It's just going to make life a lot easier, I found anyways. So I hope this video has been of some use to you. I know that I learned something doing this, and thank you very much for the comments on Facebook and on YouTube. I really appreciate it. So until then, don't forget to subscribe, and then you'll get notified of my future fountain pen that hopefully will be a success. I'm going to make that one today, and it'll be uploaded shortly. So until then, take care. Bye now. Thanks for watching. No.